Hi folks, second video of the afternoon, or evening should I say. It's a beautiful evening here. But, anyway, yeah, I thought it was interesting yesterday. The Israelis have been bombing Damascus, which is so you've got one sovereign state bombing another one. And then you've got American Special Forces in northern Syria. You've got the Turks in northern Syria. You've got the Russians in western Syria. You've got Iranian militia in Syria. But it's interesting that only 2 of those have been invited into Syria. There's only 2 of those that have got any right to be there whatsoever. And one of them's the Russians, and the other one's the Iranians. So us, the British, the Americans, who've got troops on the ground, the Turks, troops on the ground, are all invading forces. Have got no right to be there whatsoever. And the Israelis bombing Damascus, well, the Syrians shot one down, and or at least damaged one. I mean, I haven't seen any evidence that they shot one down, but that's what they've been saying on the likes of RT and that. Of course, you won't see anything like that on the BBC. And yeah, it's the Russians. Mr. Putin turned round and said, "You've got no right to be bombing your neighbours. If you do it again, we'll shoot you down." So that's a real threat, and that comes straight out of Bible prophecy. That everything's building in the Middle East. The Bible says that Israel's going to be attacked across the mountains, and but it doesn't say why. And I think it's because the Israelis, backed by the Americans and us, are going to try and destroy Assad's government, a democratically elected government. And that's what will cause Russia's invasion of Israel. And it says Israel will be destroyed, and as I've said before, Israel as it is today isn't the true Israelites of the Bible. They've just stolen the name. Once all this mess is sorted out, in about 7 years maybe, it'll be a much better place to be. The whole world will be a much better place to be. The regimes that are destroying the planet and destroying people, millions of people, they're all going to be gone, and that's going to be wonderful. And so I'm looking forward to that. All these lies we're told, and cheating and thieving, and the states are doing, not the US necessarily, they're all of them, and all this geopolitics, a one world government, one world religion's coming, by the way. Don't forget that we're going to have a one world religion, but don't let that stop you being a Christian, whatever you do, because they won't ever be able to stop you from thinking. And that's what you need to do. So with all that's coming, you just need to stay strong and be strong inside, but you also have to stand up for yourselves. I speak to so many people and they just say, "Oh, well, there's nothing I can do about it, so I ain't going to worry about it." But he who remains silent is deemed to have agreed. So in this satanic Luciferian system that we've got now, which is in its death throes, if you stay silent, you're acquiescing to the contract that you're a Satanist, basically. And you need to get your ducks in a row. Now, I don't know what you would call God or whatever, and that's not for me to say. Everybody's got their own religion and what they think is God. But whatever you think, most of the holy books of the world say the same thing, the early books, and it's looking like they're all coming to fruition now. We're living in the time of the end. The age of evil is gone, but there's always a lag. Whenever you finish something, it's never always finished. Whenever you finish a project, there's always bits and pieces that need to be tidied up, and that's what's happening now. This system, this new world order, Satanist, Roman cult system is dying. And it's thrashing around, and that's why we've got so much trouble in the world. And you just need to stop and think, where do you want to be when all this ends? Where do you want to be? That's all you've got to think about. You know, religion has been so dumbed down, especially Christianity has been so dumbed down, deliberately destroyed, because we're in a Luciferian system. And Christianity has become a joke. The white races are under attack. Everybody and his dog wants to destroy the white races, and they're not going to succeed, but they're going to have a bloody good try. And this is partly why all these countries are just forcing thousands and thousands of immigrants into the place. It's to try and dilute the white races. It's to try and destroy us. And the reason for that is the Northern European white races are the descendants of the 13 lost tribes of Israel. And, you know, like I said just now, that's not the Israel of today. These are real descendants of Abraham. And in the end, we will bow down in front of Jesus when he comes back. And that's not very far away. I can see that's in the next 10 years or less. It'll certainly be in my lifetime, I'm sure of it. And I do a lot of research into a lot of different things, and I love history, and I love theology and symbolism, and all of these things are all pointing in the same direction. Yet the keys to the future is in the past. Anyway, that's enough of that for a minute. TTFN.